Hey folks, welcome back. Alright, so I'm doing a video on Battle Taluses. Now, I could say, I just wanted to show you guys different ways of killing these things, but the truth is, I felt like I needed to redeem myself from my last video. So, my first method here that I'd like to showcase is, it's usually my go-to. Very Breath of the Wild style, bow and arrow, hit the node there, get him stunned, go on up and go to town. Now, assuming you have a pretty good weapon, you should be able to get this guy dead before he can shake you off. Not only that, the barbarian shirt we just picked up definitely helps with that. Alright guys, another method you can use to kill this guy. Now, I still like to kill all of the archers. And if you get the headshots, you can usually use a low-powered bow for this. I just used a royal bow earlier because I could. But just like with that, just like with that armored like I got earlier with the recall rune, you can do the same thing with this guy. Assuming, I'm not talking and I'm paying attention to my game. This is supposed to be my redemption video and it is not going so well. Alright, so go ahead and recall a boulder, one or the other, it doesn't matter, but that will also get the guy stunned. And then from here, it's pretty much the same type of party, you just gotta find a good ascent point, come on up here, and finish him off. Alright folks, here's a method that I think is just probably the most fun. My problem is I'm so hardwired from Breath of the Wild, I tend to forget I've got these things. Muddle Bud. So you can absolutely, trick the Stone Talus or the Battle Talus into thinking those are enemies on his back, and he'll throw them all off. As you can see, they kind of fly around different directions. Now, most of the time they're gonna try to pick a fight with the Stone Talus. I don't know where those other two flew off to. They might have died. Yeah, it looks like they died. Okay, so, yeah, again, it's just kind of a fun thing you can do there and get all the bobkins taken care of that way. Now, one way or another, you're still going to have to get up there and, you can mix and match these methods. For example, you can do that, recall the boulder back. You can find a launch point, with your bow and arrow, hit the sweet spot, stun them down that way. But either way, at this point, it's kind of the same deal with Ascend. Go on up there and swing away. Alright guys, and equally as fun is the Puffshroom. Again, normally I just get into Breath of the Wild mode and I kind of forget I've got these fun little gadgets in my toy box here. So for the Puffshroom, I like to hit right at the platform. That'll gray out the bobkins as well as the Stone Talus. And then from there, it's just a real simple trip to the top. And while you've got that ninja shroom working for you, feel free to go ahead and get the guy dead. Now keep in mind from here, once you get this thing down, you're going to still have those bobkins to deal with. But sometimes they'll land right back in that cloud, and you'll be good to go. It really just kind of depends on how far that Talus gets away and whether or not it's still in that cloud or not. But you can always throw another Puffshroom down if you so desire. Alright guys, and last but not least is our Bobkin mask. Now, keep in mind the Stone Talus is going to know you're there, so that's going to alert the other guys, so it's not really going to work just yet. But what you can do is use that in conjunction with the Puffshroom, get everything all confused so they don't know you're there. Go on up there and kill that Talus. Same method, with the Ascend. And again, assuming you got the right weapon for the job here, you'll be able to get this thing dead pretty quickly. I'm actually going to throw one more Puffshroom, just for good measure. But assuming you're going to land inside that ninja area, so to speak, or the bobkins, one or the other, they're not really going to know you as an enemy. So I'll just kind of stand here for a minute and kind of let you see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, the Puffshroom smoke has now cleared. And they have no idea here. Now, as soon as you start attacking one or the other, they're all going to know you're there, obviously, and it'll be a party. But, I just really kind of wanted to throw out a bunch of different ways you can kill these Stone Taluses. or Battle Taluses. Now keep in mind, in this game, everything was red. So if you're going to use that muddle bud technique and you got, say, some silvers up there or something, you're going to have a little bit more on the ground to deal with. So, you know, just kind of pros and cons to all the different methods here, but either way, again, I, A, wanted to redeem myself, but B, I thought it was important to kind of throw some different methods out there. A couple of y'all commented and had some good ideas for that, so I was like, you know, maybe I should do a Stone Talus video. Alright guys, I hope that helps. Best of luck to you and happy hunting.